wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the Swac, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It has really really and truly been a week. Okay, it has been a week. First of all, let me get this started off the rip. I was 3-2. Okay, I was 3-2 in my week to pick all my players and pick all my teams and everything like that. So I was 3-2. All right, that's still passing. You know, that's still I'm still that guy. I think I'm 15 and 6. 15 and 6. I think I'm 15 and 6. Yeah, I'm 15 and 6. All right. So listen, thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Scotty. You're watching All Script. This week is gonna be lit. All right, listen. First of all, shout out to Valley, Itabena, Greenwood. I had a great time. All right, a lot of people was coming for me. Why you going to Itabena? Ain't nothing down there in Itabena. It was damn near the best game of the week. Flat out, the best game of the week was at Itabena. Okay, can I say that? Can I say that? It was at Itabena. The best game of the week. Shout out to Mr. Campbell for being there with me. We watched the game live, in effect, and everything like that. So you know what has to come first. FAMU Valley. I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it. Now, listen, I did not expect, one, for the score to be this close. But once again, I knew Valley would not roll over, okay? Valley's not that type of team. Coach Dancy don't coach them like that. Coach Kid Evans don't bring them up like that's. Listen, it is what it is. When you step into Itabena, when you're playing against a Coach Dancy-led team, they're not going to quit. All right, you're going to get their best shot, and I'm telling you right now, I'm telling people in Valley right now, if you don't give this man what he needs, something needs to happen. He either needs to leave or you got to get better. But he deserves a lot more than what you're giving him. That's all. If you watch the game, Mr. Campbell and me, they did not. They looked like they were like when you watch and you just see them player for player, you're like, damn, this team is kind of like they're bigger than them, and didn't matter. All right, didn't matter. They still did the damn thing, made it a hell of a game. It was epic, bro. I'm telling you, it was epic. Now let's talk about the game. One, all right, the 4th down call. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I said it in the post game on the Southern and all the other stuff, post games I was doing. If you're trying to put faith and trust in your team and showing them what it takes to be winners, showing them what it takes to do what you got to do to knock a team off, like a FAMU, like a Jackson State, you can't play for the tie. You play for the win. All right. I love the call, regardless of the result. I absolutely love the call by Coach Dancy and the offensive staff. Listen, the offense was rolling. They had the confidence. They had the momentum. You go for it. If Caleb Johnson does not slip, it bust. It bust. It was there. It was blocked correctly. Everything happened. He slipped. That's it. It's football. It happens. FAMU got away with one because he slipped. That's it. And they won the game. All right. So you can say it however you want. You can do it however you want. It was to me, it was a perfect call. It went down to the wire. It was awesome. Epic game. Now I know what you guys have been waiting for. I haven't done it in a long time. Baller Awards. I got my Baller Awards. All right. The Baller Awards from Mississippi Valley State first, right? Baller Awards. First up, listen, I've been hard on this kid. Been hard on this kid since the spring. He was super inconsistent. All right, they brought him over from Portland. I'm thinking he's supposed to be the next heir apparent to Titan and all them boys. Quarterback Jelani Eason. Listen, my man was out there slinging it against the one of the top defenses in the Swac. Was slinging it like it was nothing. Hell of a game. One hell of a game. I'm telling you right now, it was amazing to watch. I was shocked. I was literally shocked. I'm like, this is not the kid that I've seen in previous games. All right. It's not. It wasn't. And I was amazed. I mean, Jelani looked good. Now, what I will say, if FAMU had Jelani, the game wouldn't have been close. But I ain't gonna go there though. If Jelani would have been on FAM, this game wouldn't even been close. I'm gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, can we say that? Can we say that? I'm gonna say it because y'all can't say it, but I'm gonna say it. If Jelani Eason would have been on FAMU, the game would have been different. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Next on the Baller Awards, the running backs: Caleb Johnson, Doridian. I apologize, number 22, if you're not saying your name right. Number 3, Caleb Johnson. Number 22 from Valley. Listen, I knew what Caleb Johnson was: hard runner, quick, fast guy. But number 22, he's a problem. He made this jump cut in the hole and got out the backside. I was like, oh, God. I was like, where'd they do that at? Oh, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. We call him Tay. Tay got up in that jank, jumped out, jump cut backside, and was out. Oh God, it was just nasty. It was so nasty. Oh, Jesus. I was like, that boy different. He was nice. He was nice. I can't fake. I cannot fake. All right. Next up, you already know. Listen, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Listen, this boy right here, listen, killing them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me. Yo, Ja'Cory Rankin went dumb. I mean, like, check out my wheels. Like, I mean, you knew it was coming. And the funny thing is, me and Mr. Cam was sitting there watching the game. He like, man, they got to keep doing this fly to this number 4. He's like, they got to do another fly route, a post pattern or something. Next play, Jelani dropped back, bombed that Jay. And the first one was nasty, but the second one was nastier. The boy went up, snagged it on his arm, and came. Come on, man. What is we doing? Like, what is we doing out here, bro? What is we doing? Nasty. Straight nasty, bro. I went to him after the game. I said, bro, you a real one. I said, yeah, you a real one, bro. You a real one, bro. Shout out to the D-line for Valley as well. They played a hell of a game. Gardner, Jalen Hale, Ronnie, Jalen Bell, all them boys. The D-line for Valley is real. You're not just going to get up in there and do what they do, but they were real. They were real. I'm trying to tell you, all right? So who else I got up here? All right, got to give love to this DB right here. Number 6, Keontae Daniels. That's the one y'all saw buzz under the flat, I think he tried to do an out route or a hitch. He buzzed underneath of it, caught it, took it to the 2. Big time play. Showed up in different moments. That was a huge turning point for the game, though, for real. Because I think it was 17-0 at that point in time. Everything was going FAMU's way. The momentum just shifted after this pick, and then they got more confidence. They scored and everything like this. But I want to talk about this dude. I saved him for last. This boy right here. A lot of y'all, I know people talk about Marquise Bell. I know people talk about Shiloh. This boy, I know I talk about Cam. I love number 12, Cam. I know we talk about Jalen Thigpen. This boy got to be in discussion for something. He's got to be in the discussion for something. When I tell you this dude would hit you, wrap you up, however you want. He was all over the field. He was the only reason I literally pulled my phone out. I pulled my phone out and I wrote I said number 7. I didn't know his name. I was like, I got a number 7, like legit. He's going to be on my Ball Awards. He was everywhere. He was freaking everywhere. You name it. If I'm not mistaken, he stopped that 4th down call or that 3rd down call, the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, or something like that. That they threw it sideways and caught by. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was him with that tackle. If I'm not, I apologize for whoever did make the tackle. But I'm telling you, this number 7 needs to be in the top 5 safety discussion for real. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting you. He needs to be in the conversation for top 5 safeties in the SWAC because when I tell you this boy was everywhere, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. All right. He will lay. How did Timo Cruz say? I will lay your ass out. Like, he's that real. This is number 7. I'm telling y'all. Watch the game. He's that real. All right. Should have stayed at home awards. For Valley. I only got one. Whoever's got the penalty on that last punt pay, leave his ass wherever he's supposed to be. Don't bring him back. Don't take him on no bus trips. Whoever that guy was that got the penalty on the last punt play, leave his ass in the dorms. He is not allowed on the team bus. Because I don't want to say you lost the game. Because one play doesn't make the game. But my boy, you cannot do that on that play. That's what you can't do. Now, you were disciplined. Valley was super disciplined the whole time. The whole time. Number 59. We calling you out. I'm calling, I'm about that smoke. 59. 59. Valley was super disciplined. He was super disciplined the whole time. But my man did that play. Listen. I know you. Have you heard the song? I want to be your hero, baby. That's not you, man. That's not you, 59. It's not you. It's not you. All right? It's not you. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Don't be no hero. Don't need it. Don't need it. All right? So I'm going to leave it at that. But that's the only should have stayed at home awards. Oh, yeah. Oh, he was horrible. Whatever equipment Valley using down there with that PA dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, leave him leave him at the house. The game was actually more exciting without the PA. The PA dude didn't have the equipment wasn't working. He wasn't making no announcements, but I'll be damned if that was not the most exciting game I've been to without a PA announcer, for real. So the Valley PA announcer and sound equipment guy, whoever does your sound equipment, he need to be fired. And the PA guy, you need to be fired because I ain't testing nothing out before y'all went out to the field. So, yeah. Flag going to play for him. All right, now, Baller Awards for FAMU. You already know who it is. You already know who I'm starting with. Come on, man. If you're not starting with Bishop Bonnet, what are you doing? All right, listen. Bishop Bonnet is everything for fam. He's like the grandmama whose daughter got like 6 kids and she can't take care of them. So the grandma always pulls them out. Oh, I'll take care of this for you, baby. I'll do that for you, baby. Oh, here's some candy for you. Here, keep them at our house. I'll cook for you. Oh, that's Bishop Bonnet for FAMU. That is Bishop Bonnet for FAMU. He does everything for them. Anytime they in trouble, give it to Bonnet. Anytime they can't do nothing, give it to Bonnet. Anytime they look like they dead in the mud, I mean just straight dead in the mud, give it to Bonnet. Resurrection with Bishop Bonnet. I'm telling you, the number one, he wears number 1 for a reason. All right. He is the number 1. He is number 1 for a reason. All right. He's that guy. Every time FAMU gets in a jam, they just hand the ball to number 1 and he does what he does. It's just that simple. Bishop Bonnet, Baller Award. Earned it. Straight up. He earned it. He does everything. All right. So next up, number 10. I can't even try to pronounce that. You know how black people be. But my man, number 10, Cold. Hit him with that boom bop on the punt return. Cold. You know what I'm saying? Just straight cold. Cold-blooded. Nasty. And they kept kicking to him. I'm like, for why? He showed you on the punt return before that he could have bust one, but they called a holding penalty. After that, I'm not kicking to you. All right, I'm not. I'm going to call him Ja. I'm going to say Ja. So I'm not kicking a Ja. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do that. Number 10, cold-blooded. All right, cold-blooded. Listen, they could not block this man. I don't care what you're talking about. Savion Williams was unblockable in this game, man. Listen, I know you got 92. I know you got Isaiah Land, but at that game, up close and personal, I'm telling you right now, they could not block Savion Williams and the energy that he does. The energy that he brings to that defense. I mean, like for real, it's legit. It's legit. He's that emotional leader. I don't know if he's like the captain or nothing like that, but emotional wise, like to get you hype and get you involved in a game. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. That's what it is. Oh, yes, sir. He's legit. Savion was killing them boys. And listen, I see everything. Okay. I want y'all to be, I don't go for I see everything. This boy right here, hide your kids, hide your wife on special teams. Okay. Hide your kids, hide your wife when he's filling lanes on special teams, hide your kids and hide your wife because he's laying you out. He trying to take your head off. All right. This is probably one of the only people on special teams I've noticed and be like, I would not want to block him. For real, would not want to block this young man. All right. Crazy. All right. Now, should have stayed at home awards. And if you watch the show any longer than a day, you know who it is. You know who's leading the charge. Okay, you listen. You know who's leading the charge. Leave him. Listen. Leave this kid at the house. Okay, leave this kid at the house. Like a kid not getting candy on Halloween. Like, when you go up to the old lady house and they be like, "Ooh, I got peanuts," and the kids just turn around. That's what you need to do with Rashawn McKay. That's what you need to do. Walk up to him and just turn around. Just like, we're not even addressing this. You need to keep your ass at the house, kicked up. I don't know why did he leave Tallahassee? If anything, he could have been the baller award for Mississippi Valley State. I know they had him on the team. This dude is not it. He's not the answer. All right, I'm gonna just say that. Now, what I will give Rashawn, and what I noticed on him on all jokes aside, right? I love that his demeanor never changes. All right. Once again, I'm at the game. I'm sitting on FAMU side. I'm looking at Rashawn McKay's body language. It never faltered. I got to give him credit for that. All right. So I will pump him up for that. It never faltered. His shoulders never slung. His head never dropped. He never went to the bench by himself. He never went away from his teammates. He's not that kind of guy. So I respect that. Right. I do. He is a leader. All right. He is a quarterback. He has the moxie of a quarterback. So I will give him that. But the attributes to do what you're supposed to do, now leave his ass at the house. Leave his ass at the house. Y'all need to do Rashawn McKay like a friend you don't want to really go. You tell him the wrong time you leaving. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we leaving at 7. Y'all really left at 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do with Rashawn McKay. You got to be like, hey, man, the bus leaves at 7. And then everybody's on the bus at 5 and y'all heading out. And Rashawn's calling like, hey, man, where y'all at? Oh, man, they didn't tell you? Dang, man. Coach bumped up the bus meeting. He said we was leaving at 5. He thought it got back to you. Nah, it didn't get. Damn. Oh, man, that's okay. Okay. Well, just stay there. Just stay there, and we'll get you when we get back. That's how you gotta do. That's how you gotta do this. That's how you gotta do with Sean McKay. You just gotta leave him at the house. All right. Next one. I don't know if this is. I don't know, Jordan. You can help me out. Whoever plays number 1 on the DB, right on the defensive side of the ball, Jacoy Rankin owned him. Both of those 2 big bombs were on number 1. Now, I don't know if this is his name. I don't know. But let me tell you that. Owned him. Ja'Cory Rankin owned him. Matter of fact, he should have signed his jersey. Ja'Cory Rankin should have signed his jersey after the game. Like, hey, man, hey, good game, boy. Let me get that for you. Yeah, let me just put that on there for you. Horrible. He looking back like, what are you, bro? You the safety or DB, whatever. You guarding him every time. I don't care what the assignment was. I ain't seen the film. I don't care what the assignment was. Every time Ja'Cory Rankin was on you getting done up. You know what Jelani's Eason passer rating on you was? 100%. QBR 150. Like, that's what happened. All right. That's what happened. So yeah, leave his ass at the house. They need to be roommates. Rashawn McKay and Lovey Jenkins need to be roommates. All right. They need to be roommates. So just leave them together in they dormitory. Whew, Jesus. All right. Oh God. Whew, had to get that off my chest. All right. Whew, all right. Where we at? Next up, let's get into this game. Because I was supposed to have somebody call in. All right. You know, call lines are always open. All right. Anytime y'all want 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. Call lines are always open. All right. Next up. Peavy and Southern. Now listen. How, Sway? How? Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And this guy, Prairie View, Purview, and this guy. Listen. Okay, let me start off because you got, listen, I'm gonna go with my should have stayed at home awards. Because listen, I'll be honest with you. The only baller award for Southern is Ladarius Skelton. The guy y'all don't want playing quarterback is the baller. Everybody else is like, oh, whatever. That's the only baller award to give out with Southern is Ladarius Skelton. Because he's the only one that damn near showed up. I keep telling y'all Southern fans, all y'all kept clowning me in the beginning. Oh, Scotty, he's not a quarterback. Oh, I said, listen, Skelton is a gamer. He always shows up in big games. He always does. I never get why y'all hate on this man so much when I tell you his swag, his willing to fight. There's only, listen, the great athletes have that mindset that they're never going to be stopped. Now, I know he's going to put you in predicaments. You're like, damn, man, like, damn, Skelton, like, damn, Skelton, damn. But at the same time, his risk and reward is so high. Like, you got to, who in the Swac is putting their quarterback at kick return? Who in the Swac is putting their quarterback at kick return? If that's not dynamic, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, but let me go with my should have stayed at home awards. First up, Southern's defense. Listen, I told y'all in the video. I said they're not physical, and they have a problem with speed backs. Oh. Gosh darn it, what happened? Number 6, Ladinian Brooks got loose. Kuta Kinte loose. Ran off on the plug twice loose. Okay? Got loose on them boys. All right? Next thing you know, they can't tackle to save their life. The tight end, he breaking like 5 or 6 tackles to get to the end zone. Sad. You know who else should have stayed home? Zach Grossi. And that's my guy. And you know, I'm a big Zach Grossi fan. Bro, you didn't show up. What the hell was that? A victory formation run, sweep, whatever. What the hell was that? What the hell was that, Zach? That's what we doing? That's what you spent a whole week planning for? Oh, I can't wait to run this one. Ooh, I'm going to kill them on this one. Or I'm going to line up in victory formation, and I'm going to hand it off to the back. Oh, they ain't going to see that coming. You right, Ninja, because ain't nobody ever doing stupid stuff like that. Should have left your ass at the house. For real. You keep effing up like that. You're gonna make it hard for these white coaches to get jobs. I'm over here trying to support you. I'm over here, your biggest fan. I'm over here waving to Zach Grossi for president, and you over here freaking off, fudging up. You all right? Keep playing. You know how they say one black person make everybody look bad? You gonna be the white guy make everybody else look bad. Keep playing. Keep playing. There you go. Y'all, a lot of y'all white brothers is gonna be on the unemployment line coming in the Swac. They gonna be like, oh, we can't trust them. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Man, what's up, Scotty, man? It's Chris, man.
What's up, Chris? Talk to me.
Man, that shit was so embarrassing, bro. So embarrassing.
Hey, turn your background down.
Hold up. Man, that shit was so embarrassing, bro. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you gotta turn your background down. There you go. Better.
Yeah.
Better.
Man, Scotty, that shit was so embarrassing, bro. Everybody started leaving the third quarter, man.
Dang.
Hey, hey, like you say, Skilton, the only one showed up, and we done had, 2 interceptions on the defense side and still couldn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, bro, it's like they down there running the same plays, bro. They stacking the box on Southern, man, we couldn't do shit, bro. Like, I look at it like this, bro. We're officially garbage. I don't see us winning another game for the rest of the season, to be honest. So basically, the coach need to go, the AD, everybody. Man, Southern ain't rocking like that. Everybody finna get fired. I don't know about all them other schools, but man, somebody, firing need to happen, bro. Like, that shit was embarrassing. To do that on homecoming, man, my feelings still hurt, got it.
Now you know how Alabama A&M feel. Now you know how Alabama A&M feel. They over there like, they over here like, come over here, man. We got a grief counselor for you. We got a grief counselor for you if you need one.
Stay, bro. We can't stay on this topic too long. We're gonna have to switch over. Hey, we hurt. We coming back though. Hey, it's still SU. We coming back, but look, I just wanted to call in and old boy didn't play, so the bed ain't going through.
Yeah. I peeped it. Yeah. Because they said that early.
I wanted to confirm that too.
Yeah. I saw that too. Hey, appreciate the call.
All right, though, Scotty, I was just calling in, bro.
Nah, anytime I got. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Yeah, that's sad. Listen, if I'm a Southern fan right now, I need to be sending some cash apps to Ladarius Skelton because he's the only thing that made y'all look like a football team yesterday. Can't even lie. He's the only reason that made y'all look anywhere near a football team. Can I say that? Because that's facts. That's just straight up facts. It is what it is. And the thing that made it even worse was first of all, I felt they were rotating backs way too much in that game. Like, just stick with the hot hand. Kobe Dillon and Craig Nelson were killing. I know Kobe Dillon's average was like 6 yards a carry. Easy. At least 5. So why are you putting Devon Ben in the game? Why are you switching him out for Craig Nelson? Like, let him go until he's tired. Then you switch him out with Craig Nelson. Let him get a breather, and you bring the game right back in. Like, what are we? It looked like a straight rotate. Like, every other play, a new running back was coming in. And I'm like, how can anybody get a rhythm if you keep constantly switching these backs out? And it's not like it wasn't working. You were getting all the yards you wanted. If you just kept pounding the ball down the middle and off tackle, you probably don't get blown out. The game is probably 28-21 maybe? Man, I can't. So that's just bad. It was bad coaching all the way around. And I told y'all, Bamas. Hold on. I want to make sure. You know me. I like to. A lot of my stuff is on wax already. You know what I'm saying? So let me get to it because y'all. Oh man, it was all fun and games in the spring. It was all fun and games in the spring. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Let me see.
You know, Marshall Falk.
I had a stream. I want y'all to go back out and check the stream. I'm gonna put it up real quick. All right. I want y'all to go back whenever you get a chance. I want you to go back and get a chance and watch. It says live show. Who is Jason Rawlings? Why him? I said in this live stream right here, I told y'all the grass is not always greener. I said that. Everybody calling in, oh, Scotty, you don't understand. Odom's this. Odom's couldn't do that. Odom's couldn't do this. He looking real good at Norfolk State. I know that. He looking real good at Norfolk State. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I said it. That's all I'm going to say is I said it. Don't say I didn't say it. Next game up. This one. Andrew Buddy. He let me down. He let me down. Oh, I didn't go Ball Awards for PV. Let me go Ball Awards for PV. All right, Ball Awards for PV. Ladinian Brooks. Stupid. Alvin Kamara Jr. All right, Alvin Kamara Jr. I'm calling him that right now. Alvin Kamara Jr. Dumb, right? Jawan pass. Bad, threw 2 picks. Still didn't affect the game. Still did what he did. Still, listen, Ball Award, that Bama Doomis. That Bama Doomis is real. That number 1 from, man, listen. You don't give a lot of defensive linemen the number 1. Okay, can we say that? You don't give a lot of D linemen the number 1. He is good. That boy good. Like on Coming to America. That boy good. He's good. All right. Dumas is legit. And the whole defense for PV, they were flying around, man. They were flying around. They were on a mission. They were headhunting. They were tackling. They just looked faster than Southern. Oh, should have stayed at home awards for Southern as well. Bubba. Oh, no, it ain't no ball awards for Skelton's my ball award for that. Should have stayed at home. Bubba McDaniels. Bro, you look so lost in the sauce. You look so lost. Like you're like you didn't want to be there. How can you be? You're supposed to be the throwing quarterback. And you look lost. You look like the moment was too big for you. So, stay your ass at home, Bubba. Just, no, bro. No, stop. Yeah, stop. They haven't been tested, but they just beat Hampton. If I'm not, didn't Norfolk State beat Hampton, if I'm not mistaken? If I'm not, make that make sense to me. If I'm not mistaken, I think they beat Hampton. That's all I'm saying. Hampton just smashed North Carolina A&T, but they beat Hampton. I'm just saying, to each his own. But all right, next up, Alcorn State, Texas Southern. This one. Okay, so. Let me get something off my chest really quick. One, I don't know how they do math in the SWAC. All right. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do math in the SWAC, but this is not a blowout. Okay. 17 points is not a blowout in football. All right. So I don't know if touchdowns mean 14 for y'all. Every 1 point is 14 points in SWAC mathology. And how that works out. But 17 points in a football game is not a blowout. All right. I just want to I don't know. Maybe help me understand. But that's just something I want to say. Because I had a lot of SWAC fans. Oh, yeah, we blew out Texas Southern. How? Where? Who? 17 points is not a blowout in football. So, okay. That's going forward. All right. Now that I got that off my chest, because y'all Bama's be out here. Oh, my God, we blew them out. We blew them out. What? That means y'all got blown out. That means you got blown out by North Carolina T in the Celebration Bowl when they beat you by 2 points. They blew you out. Shut up. Y'all Bama's bum. Anyway. All right. So this would hurt. All right. Because once again, I was going on the Andrew Body. train, and it's just a lot of mistakes. it's just a lot of it's a lot. It was, I mean, like the game. If you want to sum the game up in one word, it's called mistakes. Like, I don't, man. I can't even. I can't even. I mean, like, I can't take credit from one team and give it to, I hate doing that. I really do. So I have to give credit for Alcorn for playing the game they played. But for me, it's more about what Texas Southern didn't do than what Alcorn did. That's where I'm going with this. So did Alcorn win? Yes, they won. Did Texas Southern have a chance to do what they were supposed to do, what I thought they could have done? Yes, as well. Is Alcorn great team? No. Do I see them beating PV? No. You know, like, they just don't. It's just watching them, like I said, like, they're just like, when I'm watching them, nothing about, other than Felix. Nobody. Oh, I like CJ Bowler though. I do like CJ Bowler. I can't lie. Number 3, CJ Bowler is nice. All right. My thing with this is simple. Is like watching them play. It's like watching paint dry, right? Like, it's some good paint, and you know it's great for your house, and you know it's gonna do great things, but it's just like, this is not fun. Like, that's what watching Alcorn is. It's just like, it's watching paint dry. It's like the Spurs. It's like the Spurs. Like, you know what you're gonna get when you watch the Spurs. Basic, fundamental football, blah, 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 blah. They win, you're like, oh, okay, they won. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that because it's successful. They've been successful. They won, like, the East, like, when nobody was in the East for like the last 6-7 years or whatever. But honestly, watching them is like just watching paint dry. It's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, ooh, paint bubble, and it pops, and you're like, ooh, that's nice. And then back to watching paint dry. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah. So, hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
Scotty, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's your name? Where you call from?
It's Perry, man. Don't laugh, man. What you laughing about?
I just watched your Facebook story at homecoming, but go ahead. I watched it before I got on. That's why it was funny to me, but go ahead.
Man, homecoming was a good time. It was just the loss that we took.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that support Southern, I know you were just talking about Alcorn, but it's just tough to watch Southern going through what it's going through currently. You know, that momentum coming out of the spring, you lose the one game to Pine Bluff. Previous 2 seasons before that, you go to a Swac championship, you lose to Alcorn. You know, and for a lot of fans, they were ready to see Coach Odoms go. You know, and for a lot of fans, they felt like Southern was a lucrative job enough to where big names would come running. And, you know, something I tell a lot of people, you get what you pay for. If we want a hot, big name coach, if we want something in terms of Southern to take us to the next level, we can't just talk about it. We got to be about it. We got to put our money where our mouth is in order to provide that. And watching the situation in which Southern is now, man, losing to Texas Southern, we don't lose to Texas Southern. You know, then you lose to Prairie View, a team who you dominated. You don't lose to Prairie View. I don't care who the coach is at Prairie View. You don't lose to them. You know, but to see the state of where our defense is falling, you're talking about a team, nothing has changed from this team compared from the spring to where we're at now. But yet we watch our defense struggle week in and week out. I talked about, I think, a couple of weeks ago with you. Alabama A&M and its Southern, I probably think, with the 2 worst defenses in the SWAC. You have your best offensive day when you have Alabama A&M's offense and Southern's offense on the field. But why is that? Why is that? A defensive team that was number 1 in the SWAC in stopping the run. Now, we were a little shaky in the secondary, but, you know, it's hard to watch this. Coach Rollins is a guy that they wanted, that the players wanted. But I think his identity in terms of this team is in there. It's uncertainty, and I think that uncertainty has put us in the positions that we are in. Last night, watching this week, you saw Southern's offense get nothing. The defense caused 2 turnovers in the first half, but Southern's offense found a way to go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It never was at any point
You felt aggressive. You felt us wanting to take a shot. We took one shot down the field. Marquise McClain caught a touchdown pass that gave us the 7 points. But outside of that, you saw Ladarius Skelton pretty much put the team on his back and tell people, y'all must have forgot who I am.
Facts.
Y'all must have forgot who I am. I'm a guy that has won a lot of games, not losing to Texas Southern, not losing to Prairie View. I mean, outside of the games to Alcorn, I know us as fans, we're sick of losing to Alcorn, and that was Odom's only knock. Outside of Odom's knock against Alcorn, you couldn't take much away from him. And I think now we're starting to see a lot of people say, he had his hand too far deep in the program. But when you realize with a program like this, and a lot of people rather give him credit or not credit, but at the end of the day, I got to look at a guy that took Southern through some tough times and still found a way to win some games, no matter who he put out there, if his starting quarterback, running back, whatever. He found a way to win some games, and we have to respect that, man. And I think now on the back end, we're looking at things and we're like, this ain't what it was. We're losing the teams. And the thing about it, you got Bubba McDaniels, Glendon McDaniels in. I like the kid. I want the kid to be successful. But he already has losses to Texas Southern and Prairie View. I think when you look at a guy like Ladarius Skelton, just the energy that he brings, the excitement, just the overall dog in him, that's what you need to win the games. And necessarily, if you're not even going to put him back at quarterback, find ways.
They have him on the field. You can't tell me he's Taysom Hill and he never lines up at tight end. He never lines up in the backfield. He doesn't line up at a slot receiver. They should have been feeding him and Kobe Dillon like Golden Corral on a Sunday. That should have been your main go-tos. It should have been, because he's the only guy that showed, you can see the effort. You can just see that he wanted the game, and you're constantly keeping him out the game. And then every time he comes in the game, he makes a play. Make that make sense.
I'm trying to make it make sense because I didn't understand it last night. For me, it just feels like, and at the end of the day, when you got a coaching staff, when you got guys that you believe in that can lead your team, I try to believe in Jason Rollins and the guys that you have around him. But it just makes it that much harder when you realize you see situational football and we don't make the best decisions in those opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get an interception on defense and then you come back on offense and do what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't make sense. You didn't take advantage. You didn't get aggressive. Ladarius Skelton and Kobe Dillon, them two cats together, man, there's no way no one should be able to stop us. I mean, even if you line any one of those cats up at quarterback, you run what? It's so much creativity you can do with those guys that you can keep a defense off balance. Then you got the rest of the running back stable that's with them. We're deep at running back. You saw Gerard Sims get back in for the first time this season, but you never able to give him a rhythm because
you keep switching out.
Running back.
Yeah, you keep switching out.
So many guys, you can't get the guy to get a rhythm.
Yep.
So I just want to see us play better. I think we still have a team that's as best as they come, bro. Southern has a good team, but everybody's saying these are Odom's guys. Odom had a team that can win championships. It was just Alcorn that was in his way. We can complain about it all day. We can say what didn't happen, what did not happen. But at the end of the day, we got to realize, bro, it ain't easy to do what we do where we at in terms of a low-resource institution and trying to make the best of it. Winning championships ain't easy, and when you get a fan base that's not necessarily spoiled about winning championships, because we didn't won one since 2013, but going to play for them, being in the run and the hunt for 10 years each and every season, and now, you get kind of spoiled and you think the job is easy, and it's really not easy at all.
That's tough, man. Solomon got to come back better. Yeah, got to come back better, Perry. Celebrity coach, here he comes.
That's my rent.
Appreciate the call, Perry.
That's my rent, man. It was homecoming yesterday, man. It was hurt to watch Prairie View just dominate us like that for homecoming, man. It really did. That hurt, bro. So that's my rent for the day, but I had to let that off, man, and I appreciate you.
Hey, anytime, P. Anytime. Appreciate the call. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hello?
What's up, Scotty? It's Cameron Quall.
What's up, Cameron? Talk to me.
So listen, Scotty. First of all, I'm going to need you to stop hating on Alcorn because you need to know this. you cannot doubt Big McNair, because we learned from UAPB that when we're down, McNair, he's going to tell the boys something, we're going to go out there and win the game. And also, it's not going to be between Prairie View and JSU in the Swac championship. But trust me, Prairie View is not going to come down to the reservation in the yard on senior day and going to win against Alcorn State.
Hold on. How old are you?
11.
Hey, boy. Your dad has raised you all the way right. That boy said, Big McNair, that's what you call him? Y'all call him Big McNair?
Yeah. Oh, we call him Big Mac.
Hey, that's a real. You're real. Listen, Cam, y'all not going to the SWAC championship, Cam. It's not y'all year, man. Y'all not even. First of all, y'all, if you're being honest, y'all barely beat Texas Southern. Texas Southern beat themselves. Let's be honest with that. You barely beat them. Your offense is like watching paint dry, Cam. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hating. It's not hating. It's your team is not that good. It's really just Harper and McNair. That's literally what makes your team go. Harper and McNair.
And it's true too.
So tell me how.
You don't have an offensive line.
Listen, Cam, you still got to play PV. You still got to play Southern, and you still got to play Jackson State. Make that make sense to me. How are y'all coming out that gauntlet? Make that make sense to me, Cam.
So it's Southern. I don't know what we got to do. We just got to make sure our line is straight, and we just got to make sure defense, you got to be able to stop the run with them.
Okay, Jackson State. You go ahead and chalk that up for a
Now,
loss.
Jackson State, I don't know what we got to do with them. We got to stop Shore, and we got to stop Nugget, Warren, and all of them boys, because they're going to blow us out if we don't come prepared.
And PV.
PV, we just got to stop Juwan Pass. We got to get him not right. We got to make sure he's not connecting with his wide receiver. And when we start pressuring him, we're going to have to start running the ball. So y'all got to make sure on defense, that we're stopping our offense. We got to get to that Felix, Pringle, they got to have a good connection in the passing game.
I feel like your dad wrote you some cue cards. Did your dad write you some cue cards to write? Because you sound like you know your stuff. You sound like your dad didn't give you no notes.
Nope.
Okay, Cam. Listen, man. I appreciate your dad told me you was gonna call in. I appreciate you being a real one and calling in. I appreciate you for watching the show because your dad tells me you walk around saying, hey. So I appreciate the support, Cam. But listen, man, don't get mad at me when y'all don't make it to the SWAC championship, and I told you so.
Okay, I won't.
But make sure you call in with that same energy now, okay? Because you winning now. See, you front runner. I call this a front runner. But when y'all lose, I'm gonna need you to call in and take your medicine. You get what I'm saying? When you lose, you got to be a real one and call in and say, "Hey, Scotty, you was right. You the GOAT, and you come get this medicine." Because if you win, you can always call back in and get at me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, that's a real one. Hey, Cam, appreciate the call, my boy.
Thank you.
All right, no, anytime. Boy, listen, if that was my son, I would be like, that's my boy right there. Hit him with it. Hit him. Tell him them stats. Tell him what Big Mac gonna do. Come on, man. Y'all, boy, you raising them right. That's how you raise them up. Raise them right. That was a good one. So yeah, I mean, Cam pretty much said it. Cam said it all. It is what it is. Cam did his thing. He told me about Alcorn and what it would be like. So we gonna move on. Next up, UAPB versus Arkansas. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Jackson State versus Bethune-Cookman. All right. What can I say about this game that I can't say about Baltimore City? Let me stop. This is my thing, right? I don't. When I'm watching Jackson State, I'm kind of debating it. I'm debating it like, are they that good or are the teams that bad? That's where I kind of, because PV and Bethune, see, and I hate when, you can use previous games and you kind of like, okay, well, PV and Bethune went back and forth, and then now Bethune gets blown out by Jackson State. So it's like, how do you determine what Bethune-Cookman really is, or how do you determine what Jackson State really is? Because it's like, now, do I think that zone really messed up Bethune? I absolutely do. Well, I mean, I've been saying for the past like month, I'm like, you're not going to get turnovers. You're not going to get turnovers in man-to-man defense. And anybody on here that calls my line talking about you can get turnovers in man-to-man defense, I'm going to ask you, who other than Nugget plays man-to-man the way it's supposed to be played? All right? So you get to see the true form of your athletes in zone, right? Because you get to see their awareness, you get to see their play recognition, you get to see more of their football acumen in a zone concept than you do man-to-man. So if Jackson State starts playing more zone, I think it's gonna give teams a lot of problems, because a man concept is actually is a lot easier to beat, because you know what you're gonna get, you know what you can do, you know what you're gonna run. Is this all it comes up to is, are you going to make the play, right? But with zones, you have to go through progressions and read and see where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And you might not have the time to do that. You might not have the time to do that if they send a blitz, if they send a zone blitz or anything like that. So teams need to really watch out if Jackson State goes into that back and forth of man in zone. You're going to have a lot of problems with this team. I'm telling you now, if you go back and forth, if Jackson State goes back and forth between man and zone, you're going to have a tough time beating this defense. It was already tough before with the straight man cover zero, man high safety look. But if they start blending that zone into it too, you might as well count this shit a wrap. I ain't even gonna lie to you. All right. Got baller awards. Gotta give a baller award to Malachi Wideman. Gotta give it to him. Boy went stupid, 4 touchdowns, like over 100 yards. Keith Corbin went over 100 yards. It was like a damn near highway of just, did Bethune leave their DBs in Daytona? Like, I just want to understand, like, did they leave their DBs in Daytona? They must have been playing with 9. Had to be, like, if you just let Bama's, because listen, let's be real. The first touchdown by Malachi Wideman, he ran a beautiful sluggo. All right, slant and go. Ran a beautiful sluggo. I mean, if you watch the route, it's so crisp. He breaks the slant. He's looking at the ball. The DB breaks. He breaks out. Perfect route. Perfect route. The rest of them jokers, he just ran right past them. He literally just ran right past them. I'm like, bro, you're probably already playing 10 yards off, and you didn't just let him run right behind you. What kind of sense does that make? And listen, number 1, Avery Kameret Avery, whatever your name is, leave Bethune now. I don't care what y'all talking about. Alumni can hate me out. Leave, boy. Go somewhere else, because they are not using you to your abilities. All right, go somewhere else in the SWAC. I promise you they'll use. Boy, transfer, okay? Get out of there. They are not using you to your ability. You are a freaking man-child made in a lab somewhere in Antarctica, okay? Just for real, like, go anywhere else with a quarterback, because you're probably the best you're the best tight end in the SWAC, flat out. You're the best tight end in the SWAC. So go somewhere, bro. Go somewhere. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What up, Scotty?
What's good?
Bud from Jackson, Mississippi, man.
What's goody?
Hey, listen, I heard all them Alcorn fans calling in last night going crazy because they had won another game. You don't get too mathematical with them, man. They more basic type people. You got to keep it simple. Get them some pictures up, and then they'll be able to keep up with the numbers. They don't really understand things like that. But just to be honest with you, Scotty, I called to tell you, man, I watched peer review yesterday, and it looked like the best Swac championship game would be them against Jackson State.
Facts.
But I make this argument for the fans and for the notoriety, and because it's going to be on ESPN, I think the better showing probably would be against Alcorn, simply because Alcorn fans are so delusional. Even after we beat their ass in the Capital City Classic, they'll come right back to get their ass beat again.
Is this hold on? Have you ever heard of the saying, "This is the pot calling the kettle black"? Do you not know your own fan base? Do you not? Like,
well, Scotty,
come on now.
That's my point. You want to delusional, and you will agree with me on this.
Okay. I got you.
For the way it's gonna look, you want two delusional fan bases in the stadium because it's gonna fill it up. You want 50 to 60,000 people in the fans when ESPN there, because it gives a look to the Swac. It's what's gonna benefit the Swac the best. You don't want the Swac championship game to be 30,000 fans, and most of them all Jackson State. Peer review fans not gonna travel like that. Alcorn fans gonna show up.
Oh no, they definitely gonna show up. I mean, they right down the road. Of course, they're gonna show up. They right down the road. My thing is this though. This is why I would rather have a PV game. I don't think that. Okay, one, Felix Harper is the real deal. Like, man, that boy is special for real. Like Houdini special. The thing I like about PV is that they have when you play Jackson State, you need a level of speed that most teams don't have in the SWAC, and PV has it in boatloads. The only they got Mullins, Hollanday, number 6. Like, they got speed in boatloads. So, and when you're playing Jackson State, you need speed. You need athletes. And number 6, and how Eric Dooley would use him against Jackson State is probably the best running back they will see all year. Like, for real. He's like Alvin Kamara Jr. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you need a lot of speed to deal with that defensive speed that you guys have. And that's my thing.
Got it. You boost me up like this one before. Before we played Alabama A&M, you told me, "Bud, Alabama A&M, man, gonna make the right adjustment. They wide receivers are different. It's gonna be a good matchup."
But they were.
They always been so. But at some point, Scotty, you might just have to give it to them boys on Jackson State defense different.
Wait. Whoa. We not watching the same film, because what I told you was facts. Those wide receivers gave all your DBs the business, including Nugget.
But you need what?
That
football
matchup. That was the matchup for me.
You need time, and we don't give a lot of time.
I can't expect them not to block. Like literally, they just could not block you guys. I said it would be the best wide receiver core you went up against, the best quarterback you probably went up against, and everything came to fruition other than the line stepping up and making and blocking. Because anytime Glass had time to throw, he was murdering your DB. Shiloh embarrassed, Cam embarrassed, Al Young they were all embarrassed.
But Scotty, so are you saying that peer review is gonna put up a better offensive line soon? Because it really don't matter that you beat me off the line if your quarterback don't have time.
That's what it comes to.
I mean, if you know football, that's a risk, a high reward defense. Hey, it does. That's why you play that defense. So Shiloh don't have to stay in man for a long period of time. Because if he stay out there, he gonna get beat. We know that. Nugget the best man we got as far as man-to-man coverage. But that's why they blitz so much. So if Fairview can't block the blitz, they're gonna be in the same position that every other SWAC school been in trouble.
And that's what it comes down to. I mean, that's why Jackson State keeps betting on black. So at the end of the day, and you saw it with Bethune, the first drive, they picked up every single blitz shot threw at them, and they dogged you in the first drive. If any team could do that, then you guys would have to get out of what you're doing. It's just natural, but they can't do it over a long period of time. People were hitting me up like, "Oh, Scotty, they about to go 2 scores up, right?" But you got to do that over 4 quarters. That's the thing with Jackson State. You got to do that consistently over and over and over and over again, and most teams cannot. That's the problem. So you're just going to outlast teams because you're just better than them overall. That's it. That's it.
Well, I agree with you on that. And oh my God, if that defense continue to grow like you say, and they can add the zone in with the man blitz, man, the Swac in trouble. Not to mention that the offense is growing up in front of our eyes. Wiseman is becoming a man. I mean, a real live man. Could you imagine that guy as a junior and he looking like this as a true freshman? Like, it's gonna be scary in the Swac, man. I agree with Dion. If you don't get us this year, whew, it's getting ugly. Southern better go get something back.
You know what? How about this? Right? And it's probably going to sound really dumb. It probably is. I would like to see you guys up against Valley. And because there's always a stepping stone for me when it comes to Jackson State, because you've never played a complete team. No, the best team you played complete was ULM, and they beat you. The best team that you played semi-complete was FAMU. You won by a point. You know what I'm saying? And that's a different offensive play calling, so we'll leave that where it is. So for me, when I'm watching Jackson State, now I got to see bits and pieces of stuff, right? So it's like, okay, how do you deal with a mobile quarterback? Okay, how do you deal with a team with a D-line? Okay, how do you deal with a team that likes defense? Like Alabama State, like that was a great matchup because they believe in defense, and it was a trouble. It was 7-7 at halftime, and any team at that point in time, it's a victory in Jackson State because you're okay with that. You know what I'm saying? 7-7, 7-10, whatever. You're okay with that. So it's you got to see, like, because you've never played a complete team that's like on both sides of the ball. It's just like, we're just as good as you. We're just as good as you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people can say, oh, you're moving the goalpost. No, I just got to see you in different aspects, because if you go out and beat an Alcorn, well, now I see, okay, that's probably the most complete team on both sides of the ball next to PV, but you don't play PV. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things you got to see and see, like, okay, how do they deal with this? How do they deal with that? Okay, how do they deal with this? How do they deal with that? It's no different than if you go watch any other NFL team and you know they have weaknesses. So you're like, okay, how do they deal with a team that does this? How do they deal with a team that does that? Because everybody brings something different. So I think if you go against Valley and that D-line and you move them and you do whatever, then I would say that the only thing that I could really say is either Alcorn's adjustments and PV speed. Those would be your last two. Those would be your last two like stepping stones. Is PV speed and Alcorn's adjustments. After that, it's pretty much smooth sailing. If I'm being honest, it's just smooth sailing.
Well, Scott, to be truthful with you, with every game you just said, the one thing that we was able to take from all those games is that the defense is legit. Everybody want to get on the fact that we lost to ULM, but ULM has proven to be a better team than people thought, because they went on to beat some decent teams. They beat Liberty, who was a decent team. They beat a few more other teams. They knocked the ULM they got. They didn't win a game.
Wait. Your defense, listen.
And our defense showed up and didn't allow them to.
Defense is not legit.
So as far as
your defense is not legit.
Well,
your front seven is legit.
Our defense is legit.
Your front seven is legit. Your front seven's legit. Your defense is not legit. Your front seven's legit. Your secondary is weak. Your front seven's legit. Your secondary is not. Our
front seven is proven to be more superior than anybody we played so far.
Agreed.
And if you front seven that can dominate a game like this, then it tipped the game in your favor. You're able to make a few mistakes on the back.
Agreed.
Because the front seven is just dominating.
But like I said,
so that's why I asked you about peer review offensive line.
Your defense. Listen, first of all, I gotta keep saying this. Your front seven, right, is legit. Your back secondary. See, a legit, like if you had FAMU secondary, I can't even give them that because they just got toasted up. If you had a more like complete defense, is like your secondary is like the Legion of Boom, right? The Legion of Boom, it didn't matter where you went with the ball, they had somebody for you. I got Earl Thomas, I got Cam Chancellor, I got Bobby Wagner, I got the front line, I got the corners. It didn't matter where you went with that. It's a complete defense. Your defense is built on the front seven, and on the back end, the only person that's legit is Nugget. Everybody else is suspect. Everybody else is suspect. Cam is a great tackler. Shiloh's is a okay tackler. He's a headhunter. He's an okay tackler, but that's the weakest part of your defense. So any team, that's what I would attack. I gotta throw the ball because running against that front seven is not in your best interest. It's not in your best interest.
Well, I mean, I agree with you on that, Scott. I think that we both agree on that. That it's not a doubt in my mind that the front seven is the engine to this vehicle that's pushing the defense along. But the problem is that if somebody can stop that front seven, and we just haven't seen anybody that can stop that front seven yet. It may not even be a team in the Swac that can stop it. Being a football fan, I definitely hope that the peer-review game a good game. But I just don't see it with Alcorn. I mean, their quarterback looks like he's just like every other Swac quarterback. Yeah, he's a little elusive, but it's a lot of pressure coming down the pipe. And I don't know even if he can be able to hold up to it, Like you say, Valley gonna probably play a good game, but if the offenses continue to grow like they look like they're growing, they're gonna be in trouble also. And Southern, they got their own woes. We the least of their words.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But keep doing what you're doing, Scotty, man. I appreciate you. I like to tell my homeboy that you a black Paul Feinbaum. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Hey,
I want to take you to do number what you're doing.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
All right, bro.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Ford? Talk to me.
Hey, man, I'm good to hear from you. I talked to some Southern graduates I know here in the Atlanta area, and I was asking them, where do they go from last night? And basically they said that their main thing now is to find a head coach. And I asked them, is the main person right now, would it be a celebrity coach? And they stated no, that they're looking for someone, maybe an assistant out of the SEC. Somebody maybe off of LSU staff. Some cat over there they talking about named Mickey Joseph, and they're saying that they're definitely going to go after him.
Talking about the wide receiver
but they
coach.
Want somebody that's on the college level, and that is coming from Division I. And I asked them about the guy Zach Rossi, and they stated to me that right now that's not their concern. Their main thing is getting a head coach and possibly letting him bring in his whole staff. And the reason I ask about the Zach Rossi, because I would like for him to stay in the Swac. If he can't be at Southern, I'd like for him to be somewhere in the Swac. Now, the other thing, after watching Prairie View, I was very impressed with Prairie View last night. I think the ideal Swac championship game is Prairie View versus Jackson in Jackson. And the reason I say I think it's the ideal game is because that could be 60,000 national TV audience. We know we get that with the ESPN too. But I think that now I'm gonna be honest with you, I would still pick Jackson, but I think the Prairie View has some things going for it that could cause an upset. And the thing, I just like the way that Eric Dooley surgically took apart Southern last night. Mm-hmm. Southern's got some issues. One of the reasons I think that those people are out at Southern, they have mishandled that Ladarius Skelton kid. And I think that's playing a part in why those people in Southern want them out. My question is, how could you take a kid like Ladarius Skelton and just bench him after all that he's done for that program? I'm not going to, Scott, I know you got a whole lot of callers, so I'm not going to, I'd just like to hear you talk on that. But, they're saying that it will be a assistant from possibly the SEC, preferably somebody from LSU. And like I said, I think it would be a dream game to have Prairie View, Jackson State, Veteran Memorial Stadium, 60,000 in the crowd. Okay, Scotty, I'm like your last caller. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it, Mr.
Have
Ford.
a good evening now.
You too. Shad, this is how I know you're not passing none of your classes in school. My man said 60,000 in the stadium in a national televised game on ESPN. So once again, go back to doing your chores. All right, get off the live. Go back to doing your chores because you don't know how to listen. All right, because you jump into conclusions. That's not what he said. He said 60,000 K in the stadium in a nationally televised game on ESPN. So take your ass back to doing your chores. Don't get in trouble. All right. And relax. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? You live, Malachi. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, I know it's too early, probably too early, but I got a question. So I'm finna, quote unquote, put you on the spot. Who do you got, Prairie View or Alcorn? I want to know right now. I'm for real.
When's the game?
I want to know right now.
When's the game?
I want to know. How it's gonna go. What you think?
When's the game?
Huh?
When is the game?
Hold on, real quick. I have to look at it.
All right, go ahead.
Their game is November 13th.
Call back in on the 12th. Oh, I am so stupid. Oh my God. I love that. That was a good one. He set himself up for that one. That was funny. All right. Listen. Anything else I got? Let me see. What else I want to talk about? LOL, you're a child. Just a little bit. Because I've said it before, it's the same. Listen, I didn't make a prediction for the game of the year for me, which was Alabama A&M and Jackson State. Everybody kept asking me, what is your prediction? I said, call back. What is your prediction? I said, call back. So I said, we're not talking about the game. Call back. I kept saying that. I'm not going to make a difference now because, how you going to put me on the spot on my own show? That don't work like that. No, I'll answer it on November 12th when I do everything else. You know what I'm saying? So try again, my guy. That was rude. Teach his own. So let me see. He said you need to know. Yeah, he need to know. That dude. Yeah. So we're good. Don't lose what you were going to say. Baller Award. Okay, Baller Awards. Right. So I did my Baller Awards for Jackson State. Shador Sanders, Baller Award. Malachi Wyman, Baller Award. Keith Corbin, Baller Award. Al Young. That play he made, that was dope. The play he made on for the Okay, so football breakdown real quick. So what you see, right? If you go back and watch the Al Young play, this is what happens when you're in zone. They're trying to run a smash concept on him. He's playing cover 2. They're trying to run a smash concept. He sits on the hitch on the short route, but he sees the corner. Well, he sees the eyes of the quarterback going that way, so he drifts back and picks it off. That's having awareness and that's having IQ. That's just a great play. That's not covering space. You left your man, you drifted off your man, and go take the ball. That's A1. So Al Young's play, definitely a beast. I'm sorry, the Zay Bowden kickoff return. I'm sorry, that was not good. I'm happy for Zay. I'm cool with Zay. I'm glad he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. So I'm absolutely happy for him to have that play happen. But he looked like he was running in mud. Like he really looked like he was running in mud. It looked so slow. I'm sorry. I was like, this Bama got quicksand in his cleats. Like this thing is slow. So yeah, that wasn't very good. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, how's it going, Scotty?
What's good?
All right, my name is John from Jackson, Mississippi. I want to ask a question.
Talk to me.
I know you always talk about JSU DBs are weak. Every team has a weakness. Is that correct?
That's true.
But overall as a defense, I think what some of your fans are talking about, overall as a defense as a whole, because every defense, if it's the tackles, ends, and it's up to the coach to make the adjustment to cover up their weakness. But collectively as a group, do you feel they're a good defense?
If I had to, yeah, I'll give you that. If I was ranking them together, I would. Okay, so it would be like this for me. It would be front seven would be like a 96, and the secondary would be like a 78. So what that average out to be like an 89, like an 88.
I'll go for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fair.
Yeah, something like
that's
that.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? And if without Nugget, it would be like a 66. Like I'm dead ass. Like for real, because when people got to really understand what it takes to play a man. Like you can make a lot of corners look really good playing zone. You know what I'm saying? Like
correct.
It,
That's right.
It protects them. They only got to worry about an area. You come in their area, they come up, whatever. If you go back and watch Nugget play man-to-man defense, he's the only corner, I promise you. He's the only corner that can turn and run with you without touching you. Like people don't understand how that's
hard.
That's hard to not have to look and lean, which is what you're taught to look and lean, touch, you feel for him. Okay, I'm here. He's the only DB I've seen in the Swac. Now I haven't looked at all the FBS, but in the Swac, he is the only DB that can literally turn and run with you stride for stride and not even touch you. Like that's
that's hard to do.
And play the ball in the air like a receiver. Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy.
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do. But
that's hard to do.
But yeah,
well,
I would agree. Like you're absolutely as a whole, yeah, they're as a whole, they're good. Like I can't give them great. They're good as a whole. Their front seven is tremendous. Like they if you took that to the playoffs in the FCS, you're going to do damage. I don't care who you're playing against.
Yeah.
You're going to do damage.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to also go up a level in talent with offensive linemen as well. Because now these all PWIs, they didn't find these white boys in cornbread, Nebraska and throwing bales of hay in Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go up. You're going to
guys.
You're going to get stronger guys, bigger tackles.
Yeah.
Now you're dealing with 6'6" tackles instead of you're dealing with 6'4" tackles. Now you're dealing with 320 You're dealing with 320 tackles instead of dealing with 260 tackles. You see what I'm saying? So as the competition goes up, the measurables go up as well. So is James Houston just going to be beating them every time off the line? Absolutely not. But he going to win some. He definitely going to win some. So, but nah, they're that front seven tremendous. Like it's hands down the best. But but that secondary it's the weakest link.
Well, would it be fair to say if it matched the front seven, it wouldn't be fair?
That wouldn't be fair. You got to move them. You got to move them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like you got to move them. You got to move them. Like you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah. Like don't schedule. You got four SWAC games. The rest of them jokers need to be FCS something else. Like for real, it wouldn't be fair. Like for real, it would not be fair. It would not be fair. Yeah. Totally agree.
All right. Well, thanks for my call, man.
No, anytime. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If that secondary if there was 4 Nuggets, you know what? If there was a Nugget on both sides, right? If you had a Nugget on both sides, Nuggets ability on both sides, and then you had a safety like you kept Cam, and you had a rangy safety, like a safety that can really. And you had a safety that could really turn and run. Yeah, now you're cooking with something. All right, now you're really cooking with something. So, that could be really special. That could be. Oh God, that could be trouble, real trouble. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Now you're cooking with something.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Simona from Charlotte, North Carolina.
What's your name?
Simona.
Simona?
Simona from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Gotcha. What's up? Talk to me.
Yeah. So I just wanted to speak quickly on how you keep on talking about it's only the front seven. It's only the front seven. The front seven was struggling yesterday, and well, what do you know? The secondary stepped up and got how many interceptions? 3, right? And it wasn't Nugget that got the interception. So basically,
go ahead.
Yes.
No, go ahead. No,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
So my point is that you shouldn't discount the second defense. Not just it's the first in the SWAC, but overall in the FCS,
Mm-hmm.
we're second. We only gave 8 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember on all of your different shows, you would say, they better watch out for this wide receiver, or they better watch out for this running back. Like, at the end of the day, once the front 7, if they break down, somebody has to catch them. Obviously, the team as a whole has been catching them. It's not just the 7. Somebody has to tackle back there when they get past the front 7.
You are, girl. You out here dropping bombs, aren't you? You okay? Okay, I see you. Let me holler at you real quick. Name a top 10 offense you guys have played in the SWAC. Can you name any of them?
A top 10?
Yeah, because
offense.
Yeah, because let me.
Alabama A&M was supposed to be
ma'am,
the number one offense in the SWAC.
No. Wait. No. I'm trying to wait. Let me wait for it now. You said you're the number 1 defense in FCS, right? That's what you said, correct?
No. I said the number 1 defense in the SWAC.
Okay.
The number 2
in
total
FCS.
Defense in the FCS.
Awesome. I'm
glad.
Go
to the NCAA.
You're absolutely right. I'm about to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? Now it's my turn to ask you a question. Are you ready? Are you going to answer it directly?
Go ahead.
What top 10 FCS offense have you played? I'm asking you that question. What top 10 FCS offense have you played?
What we haven't played an FCS team that's in the top 10.
You haven't.
But what is that? Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because if we're talking about just the SWAC alone,
you're right.
We're first.
You're right.
So we ransack that regardless.
Man, you know what? I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely so you've talked. You're the number 2 rated FCS defense, and you've never played an offense that was rated in the top 10 of FCS. Do you see where I'm going with this?
It doesn't go off of that. No, not really.
It
not
does.
really, not at all.
It does. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Let me help you.
It doesn't matter.
It does. Let me help you out. The highest rated offense in the SWAC is PV, and it's rated 22. Have you played them? No, you haven't played them. I'll help you out. You haven't played them.
Come on.
The next rated.
I mean, if you want to switch, if you want to just.
What are you
I'm asking? No. We have to go higher than the SWAC. Why do we have to go higher than the SWAC?
I'm telling you.
So after
I'm telling you.
Number 1, you got to go to the.
You're telling me you're the number 2 of something, and I'm telling you you haven't played a top offense. That's all I'm telling you. So if you haven't played a top offense,
we don't have to. We're in the
so that makes sense.
The only way that's going to happen is
sense.
what we've already went through this 1,000 times about the Celebration Bowl, about getting to the FCS bid. We've already talked about all of that. But what I'm saying is, regardless of whether or not we've played a top 10 or not, we've still held out of 8 games only 8 touchdowns out of all of those 8 games. It doesn't matter. We beat A&M, we beat Florida A&M. So that doesn't matter.
The matchups, yes, they do. They matter. Let me ask you this. So let me ask. What do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
What?
I'm asking.
I'm a Jackson State University alum, and
I already assumed that. My question to you is this: would the matchup, if I told you a top 5 defense, right, was matched up to play a game versus a top 5 offense, would that game matter more than a number 2 defense playing a 60th ranked offense? I'm asking you. That's a yes or no question. You're a college educated woman. Just answer the question. If I told
we don't do yes or no questions.
That's a yes or no.
Come on now.
This
is analysis. This is analysis. I'm not going to do a yes or no question.
So break it down to me. So break it down to me. So break it down to me.
The question that you need to ask now is, if Jackson State, we've already proven against the number 1 offense in the SWAC that we can shut them down and only hold up to 2 defense. So the next question is, can Jackson State go against an FCS offense and do the same thing?
You have revamped the question. You just revamped the question. That's not the question. The question was, listen very closely. If I told you a top 5 defense played against a top 5 offense, would that matter more to you if I told you another team another team that's ranked number 2 defensively played an offensive team that was ranked number 50? Would that mean more to you? Yes or no? It's just a yes or no question.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean more to me. It means more to the people that put out the coaches poll. It means more to certain people. But to me, if I see that my defense, which is JSU, is number 2 in the FCS, would I like for them to compete against other teams that are in the FCS? Yes, but we can't do that, right?
You are in the FCS. Listen, ma'am, the SWAC is in the FCS.
Give us our credit. We're talking about the stats.
The SWAC is in the FCS, ma'am. The SWAC is the FCS.
I know that, but what I'm saying
if you just said you're not playing
about
FCS
like
teams.
North Dakota.
I'm talking about
you're talking about Eastern or East Washington, whatever. James Madison. That's who you're talking about. That's
but
who you're
offensively, you have not played.
I don't know. Do I think they could beat
top.
Princeton? Maybe.
Ma'am.
Are you saying they can't? Are you saying we can't
what I'm
compete
saying
against
is,
those type
what
of
I'm
teams?
saying is your ranking of number 2. I'm not taking anything
My
away.
ranking is based off of NCAA.
I didn't say
Let's
it wasn't.
Go.
I didn't say it wasn't.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
I didn't say it
so
wasn't.
You can click on it and you can look at all of their
I'm looking
stats.
at it right now.
This is not
I'm
me
looking
that's
at it right
doing
now.
it.
I'm
This is
asking
not
you.
me that's doing it.
Listen. I'm asking you a question and you keep trying to overtalk me. I'm asking you a question. You haven't even answered the question. What I'm saying to you is simple. It's either one. You gonna either answer the question or you're not. The question is.
I just did. I said
you flipped it.
That it
you
does
flipped
not
it.
matter to me. I already answered it. I said it doesn't matter.
This is not a conversation then.
It's
not a conversation then. So why are you flipping Why are you flipping it when I'm asking you a direct question? I haven't flipped anything back on you.
Because you're flipping it.
No, I didn't.
If you flip,
no, I did. I answered your question.
You called
in. You called in. You asked the question.
If you flip, I'm a flip.
I didn't flip it on you.
Bragging about Alabama A&M and all these players. They're draftable.
You asked the question. Your secondary still trash. Your secondary still trash. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I asked you a question. You asked me a question. I answered. I'm asking you a question, and you flipped it. Thanks for the call, though.
Because you flipped.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, man, you got to stop, man. Look, Shawty had your ass for real, though.
She really didn't.
But
who have y'all played
really
offensively?
Did.
You can't listen. You're ranked number 2.
We finna talk.
Go ahead.
All right, cool.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan. Go.
All right. Look. You keep talking about. Look now. Oh, they the number 2 defense, but who have they played? Do they do that? Okay, say Oregon just playing Pac-12 schools, and they holding all the Pac-12 schools to a certain number. Do they say, well, they ain't play nobody in SEC, but that number 2 ranking, if they was number 2 defensively, that ranking still stands. So it's like you keep moving the goalposts back. Like, just give them folk their credit. Like, they are really good defense, period. They, FCS, like, they number 2 in the FCS, period. The SWAC, you ask the, well, how they play any of the top dogs in the FCS? The SWAC is the FCS. We 8 games in now. Literally 8 games in, and y'all still, they ain't played nobody. They ain't did this. Come on, man. I'm like, well, we got to get the game. They got to play PV in the SWAC championship for them to finally get credit. Shoot.
Is there a question? Because you just ran.
Bro, shoot, yeah, you getting sensitive.
It's not a question.
I'm trying
you didn't ask the question.
Like,
you didn't
ask the question. Is, why don't you get on their credit like they really the number 2 defense in the LCS?
So let me ask you a question.
Whether you like their competition or not. Whether you like their competition or not.
Boy? Listen, are you going to ramble or are you going to ask questions? My question to you is this. My question to you is this. You just stated, you said, hey, nobody does that in the Power 5. Nobody does that when Oregon beats a team and they haven't beaten anybody. Yes, they do. Now, let me tell you why. Because you're lying to yourself, right? Because what you Jackson State fans like to do is you like to, if it fits your narrative, you'll start pulling stuff away from a question or you'll start pulling stuff away from the paragraph because you know it happens. Because when they get examined on ESPN, they'll say, okay, Oregon has the number 2 defense and they've played Mercer, they played this, they play that. You know what they'll say? Oh, we'll see when they play this team. Oh, they have this number 6 ranked team. We'll see what happens when they play that. Oh, they have Alabama in their team. We'll see what happens. It always is ever changing, my guy. It's always ever changing. Is yes or no? That's a yes or no question. Does that happen when you're watching football? Yes or no?
That happens because eventually Oregon will have to play.
Okay.
Listen, hold on. Well, let me finish the point. Eventually, Oregon, if they will have to play in the playoffs, they will have, maybe potentially have to play Alabama. Jackson State is not going. If they win out, they're not going to the FCS playoffs. So you keep talking about competition like in the FCS. They won't have to play Eastern Washington. They don't have to play North Dakota State. It is what it is. They only thing they can do is play the people they play. The only thing they can accomplish this year is the SWAC championship and the Celebration Bowl. So it's like, well, watch this. Oh well, yeah, Alabama A&M, but they ain't played Eastern Washington. They not gonna play them. The highest comp they probably play for the rest of the year is Prairie View. Prairie View done played Bethune-Cookman. They done played. I think Bethune-Cookman the only common opponent they got. They played on Jackson players. They defense did this. Prairie View defense did that. Like it just come a point where we just gotta give these folks their credit.
Bro,
like,
credit for what?
The front step.
Listen, y'all Bamas be killing me. Y'all listen. Y'all Bamas y'all ride so hard for Jackson State. Then I can literally say, I'm like, the guy just called in and I gave you my rating. I said the front seven, 96. The back end, 78. I said, what's that average out to? About an 89, 90? He said, yeah, so I'm giving you your credit. I'm not saying you're bad, but you guys won. Listen, this is not the channel for that shit. If you have a problem, go to, I'm gonna keep saying it. Go to Swac Buzz, go to the pregame show, go to CFL, go to them guys. Cause they're gonna give you all the flowers in the world. But to be real with you, any real football assessment is always going to see, okay, what do they do with this type of team? What will they do against this type of team? It does not matter what you're talking about right then and there. If you beat that team, then it's like, okay, they can handle that. They can do this. They can do that. But y'all Bamas, y'all just want all the glory because y'all been sorry for so long. It's okay. Take it in stride. Just take it in stride. Okay. Hey, Scotty said we got to beat this. All right. When we beat them, I'm going to call back in and say, hey, how that look, Scotty? It's just that simple. But you guys cry and complain and whine and moan. I'm like, damn.
Hey, man, it ain't crap. Like I say, bro, it just seems like he just keep moving the goalpost, man. You know what I mean?
The goalpost keeps getting. The goalpost is not moving. The games are changing, and it's simply saying you're rated number 2, but you still have not played a top 10 offensive team. If we're being honest, that's what I would like to see because y'all don't schedule anything like that.
Yeah, like Charlotte said, we don't have that conversation. Like we don't, and I agree with you 100%. But like I say, we can only play the people we play. Like I say, we 8 games in, we done had 7 different tests. Like I say, the talk was when we see Alabama A&M, it's gonna be this. They got that for them, and whoop the whoop. Okay,
but that's
nothing
cool.
happened,
and you beat them. That's and everybody gave you your credit. I even gave you your credit. So what are you crying about now?
But you know what? But you know what you do? Real talk, Scott. This is what you did, though. This is what you did. This is what you did. You said, yeah, Jackson State did this, but it's just really the front 7. But them boys were giving the DBs work.
It's true.
And it's like this. It's like
Watch
this.
the film.
Yeah. If anybody, hold on. Look, let me finish. Let me finish though. If anybody was getting work, it really was Nugget. Like Nugget got beat a lot. Alabama State. Nugget got beat a lot.
Bro, everybody got beat. Shiloh got the one-handed on him. D. Anderson burnt Nugget. Abdul gave Shiloh the business. Cam couldn't tackle nobody. What are you talking? Everybody got the business when they got the ball in their hand. That's facts. That is facts, but your front 7 dominated the game. So what are we talking about?
The front 7 is part of the defense.
No
so
shit,
you can't
Sherlock.
Just separate. You can't separate units out of defense.
Still
like
sucks.
The DB.
Your secondary still sucks. It happens in the NFL all the time. You can say the Kansas City Chiefs have a good D-line, but their secondary sucks. It happens all the time. Y'all niggas think y'all know football. You don't. It happens all the time. You can separate the two. It's possible, my boy. And if to say it's not, you're lying.
Well, look, let me just say that, look, the DBs suck, but they still a part of the number 2 ranked LCS defense in football.
And they can still suck. And they can still suck.
Well, they might suck, but like I say, they don't go by.
Oh, that's a yes or no.
They don't do the matter rate. It's a unit.
And they can still suck.
Okay. All right, but like I say, ain't no need. Everything ain't no need for that though. Like I said, I don't know. All right, that was
Ain't no need for what? They can still suck.
But this is what I'm
Let me ask
saying.
you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Let me ask you a question. 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 Can you have a great offense and a bad running back? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that answered my question. Thank you. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What the hell are we talking about? How can you can separate everything in football? You can have a great linebacker in bad D line play. You can have a great safety in bad front line play. You can have a great front line play and have bad corners. Why are y'all acting like that's not true? It's true. Y'all must be killing me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, what's up, D? You live. Talk to me.
What's going on, man? I heard everybody arguing about, you not giving our defense the credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like the front seven basically is our savior on defense, regardless of the fact. And I understand we had not played a top 10 offense that's ranked in the top 10 in the FCS yet, because I'm blaming that on the AD. You have to put, you know what I'm saying, to get to raise up, like you said, to raise our level, our platform up. You have to schedule some of these teams like Eastern Washington, or like you said, a James Madison, or a Monmouth, or a Kennesaw State, or North Dakota State. You know what I'm saying? You have to schedule some of these games like that to get your notoriety up. You got to see if you can go head to head. You know, like the top ranked offense in the FCS is Eastern Washington, because they have a quarterback that throws for like damn near 400 yards every game. And I'll put it like this: I bet you, if we play Eastern Washington, we won't get blown out, but he won't. I feel like that quarterback won't have 400 yards on our defense. That's how I feel. That's just me. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, you know, people say you moving the goalpost and you don't give us the credit and stuff like that. I see where, you know, I'm listening to what you're talking about. I'm seeing where you're coming from, like, because you give us the credit. You give us credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? If we trash playing man, then okay. You see, you know what I'm saying? You looking at the film. In some cases, we are trash playing man. Would it be better for us to play zone in our defense? Yeah, I think it would be better to play zone in defense because you're not getting beat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting beat. You know what I'm saying? If I was a defensive coordinator, I had everybody else play a zone and have Nugget just man the main receiver.
And then everybody else plays zone behind it. Makes sense.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about it's strategy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like football ain't like what it used to be back then, where, you know, I'm gonna line my 11 up to your 11 and we just gonna go head up.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about strategy. You know, I feel like our defense can hang with some of these FCS PWIs that's in the top 10 or so. Cause I'll be 100 with you. I watched after I finished watching the Jackson State game, I sat there and watched Missouri State play North Dakota State, and they were going. You know what I'm saying? They were going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they wasn't giving an inch to either of these teams was not giving an inch. But it's just the fact that I see when I'm looking at like North Dakota State, they basically went back to the drawing board and said, okay, how we gonna beat this team? You know what I'm saying? How can we put points on the board to beat them? Because they were tied with like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and they won on the touchdown. Would I say that if we would have played them early in the season, that we would have got blown out? I won't think we got blown out. We probably lost by maybe about a touchdown or so. But I wouldn't say like basically what I'm saying is, like what you're saying is, we have to see what we can do against these teams right here. Point blank, period. And I think that's what you've been preaching for the longest since the spring. You know what I'm saying? Since you got your platform since the spring, like, hey, y'all need to play. Y'all need to tell y'all AD to schedule these schools right here, because these are the main ones that's always in the FCS playoffs.
Okay, hold on.
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay. You're kind of.
Go ahead.
I get it. Because I've said that. Listen. No SWAC fan is gonna admit to, like, we need to play better competition. They're not gonna admit that. Whatever. They're like, as long as I'm kind of over that. You know what I'm saying? Because all they care about is their conference. We win our conference. We're good. We're out the door. My thing is getting back to the defense is simply this: it can be separated. Right. Any team can be any team can be separated, because you can say, oh, my quarterback's great, but my running back's bad. My quarterback's good, but our offensive line is bad. So that's my only thing. But hey, man, appreciate the call, my boy. Hey, caller, you gotta talk to me.
Hi.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
I just called in.
Oh, what's your name? It's Shimona, right? Shimona.
Tough Mona. Now, why would you have that fool on here telling us what we need to switch up with our defense when our defense is clearly working the way it is? And why would you even have him on the phone?
I don't screen any calls.
I mean, you could have just stopped him, because he was just clearly just talking bullshit. Come on now. Because he didn't agree with you. But seriously, on another note, I just wanted to say that the reason why you're not seeing the defensive backs having to do as much is because the front seven
is so good. No, you're absolutely right.
They were a little bit lackluster. They were a little lackluster yesterday, and guess who picked it up and got 3 interceptions?
They were?
Yeah.
They were.
They weren't getting as many sacks as they usually do.
Okay. Did they blitz as much as they usually do?
No, they didn't. They switched it up a little bit. You know,
they switched it up a lot.
They adjusted to the offense that they're playing, maybe through their film. Maybe they looked at their film and said, okay, we're going to attack it this way, or we're going to attack it that way. So whatever they did, they weren't sacking the quarterback as much. So with that being said, we saw the quarterback being able to throw it up more, and we saw 3 interceptions, right?
So let me ask you this. Yes, you're right. We
saw
three interceptions.
So that means that you're not really exposing the defensive backs, right? Because when they were challenged, they intercepted, right?
But you got to have the right athletes, though.
You have to have the what? The right what?
You got to have the right I mean, everything has to work for you together. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't they score a touchdown? Wait. Listen. This is what we about to do. I've let you talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to let you talk. So didn't they throw a touchdown on y'all? Yes or no?
1 touchdown.
I just asked the question.
1 touchdown.
I just asked the question.
Yes.
Okay, it happened, right?
Okay,
so
yes or no?
my thing is,
yes,
on the first,
they scored 1 touchdown, 2 field goals.
I just asked the question. Now my next point is this: you didn't blitz as much as you usually do. That's usually how you get your sacks. I've said this on numerous of times. I don't know how long you've been on the channel, but I've said this numerous of times.
I don't know. I saw James Houston blitzing quite a few times.
James Houston is a DN. Okay, Shut the hell up. James Houston is a DN. He's not. He doesn't blitz. He's a DN. He always goes after the quarterback.
Well, whatever he usually does, he wasn't doing it. And
that's what he does. What are you talking about? Shut up.
The ball got thrown up. The ball got thrown up, and we returned it.
What are you talking about?
Right?
Shut up. What are you talking about? He's a DN. Shut up. So my point is,
come on now.
No, I'm serious. That don't make no sense. You call in, you're talking about, oh, James Houston's he doesn't know, he does not do
no, what I'm saying is
he's a
James
DN, he doesn't blitz.
Aubrey Miller, those are the people that make the sacks. Those are the people that sack the quarterback. Those are the people that are getting in to stop the quarterback, right?
But they weren't
doing that as much yesterday.
But their thing is,
so that meant that the quarterback had more opportunities to throw it up, and when those opportunities were taken, they got interceptions.
The one
that's
Shiloh,
my point. So
let me ask you this.
The reason why the DBs week 1 through 7 haven't had to do that, or week 1 through 6 haven't had to do that, is because why? There wasn't opportunity.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can do it too.
How does it not work if they're not able to throw it up like that?
Listen,
because of the front seven.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is this. You can do it one or two ways when you go into a game against Bethune-Cookman. You can say, hey, guys, I feel like we're the better athletes. Let's try something new. Because if you watch Jackson State, they probably blitz 95% of the time, and they probably zone up maybe 5% of the time. So if they go into Bethune-Cookman and say, hey, we're the better team. Hey, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's implement this. Or, hey, I don't think they have a good enough quarterback to read a zone, so they implement the zone. That's how that works. Now, did Jackson State take advantage of it? Absolutely. The one that Shiloh got was an underthrown ball, but he picked it off. The Al Young, that was a hell of a play. That one, that's high level IQ.
It doesn't matter if it's underthrown, overthrown, popped in the air. The fact still remains it was intercepted. That doesn't matter.
It does
how
matter.
They threw it,
it does.
It
Why?
It not,
does. How does that not matter? Explain to me how that does not matter.
Now you over here.
No, I'm asking a question. How does that not matter? How does that not matter? Explain to me how that does not matter. How does that not matter?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. An underthrown ball does not matter.
No, it does not. It doesn't matter if it was underthrown, overthrown. If somebody tipped it, the fact of the matter is he intercepted it. Like you're trying to make it like
that matters.
It wasn't
if a pass goes, if a quarterback throws it high and it sails on them, if a quarterback throws the pass and it sails on him, that matters. That matters.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
At the end of the day, when we look at the stats, guess what it's going to say? How many interceptions happen? It's not going to say, well, look, this is a low ball, so it doesn't count as much. This is a high ball, so it counts more. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it's all about stats. And the stats are we're number one in defense, not just the front seven, the whole as a totality, how many passing yards, how many rushing yards, all of it, how many rushing yards are allowed or whatever. We're number one in the SWAC.
Congratulations.
All right, let me get off of here.
I
gotta go.
Boy. Hey, what's up, Dan? Talk to me.
Boy, y'all got me over here rolling. Because for some reason, people think just because someone can articulate and overtalk somebody, they're winning an argument. That doesn't make you win an argument. Two, when you're talking about stats, yeah, you can talk about an overall stat, but can you start please unpacking those stats? Those stats are conflated due to that one game where you had 10 sacks and all this, that, and the other against Alabama A&M. And every time somebody brings up an offense, they keep saying we played Alabama A&M, but they're on a 3-game losing streak, possibly 4 after this week. And they're not as good as we thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you looked at the game from last week when they played Alabama State, if they had an accurate quarterback, Alabama State would have went up with like 21-7.
They lose that game.
Going in halftime.
They probably lose.
Not counting when they sat on the ball for like 3 minutes to run out the clock. I mean, they kind of.
I don't get it.
Right? Go ahead.
Because what bothers me is this, right? It's like it's really the Jackson State fandom, right? Because at the end of the day, like it's ridiculous, bro. Like they act like football rules don't apply to them. That's really where it comes in. It's like you can nitpick any other team, but not Jackson State. Nah, you don't do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like you can.
That's how it goes, and I even went there.
That shit don't even make sense. Like, you can literally, and the same Bamas that'll call into the show talking about Scotty, you can't separate. I'm like, they'll have an NFL team and they'll separate it. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
They'll say you can't separate, and then they'll go separate and pick out different stats.
Let me ask you.
And
this.
then,
let me ask you this,
I'm not trying to sound sexist or whatever, but she did the female thing. Well, I feel how you feel doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
That's not fact.
It's not. My thing is this, right?
How you feel is not fact.
So this is my issue, right? My issue is this. People would say this. Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback, but he needs receivers. His receivers suck. Have you heard that before? Have you heard of that narrative before? Yes or no?
Everybody's heard that.
Everybody's heard that narrative, right? Okay. Dallas would be Dallas is good or Dallas is bad, but their offensive line could be. I mean, Dallas is good, but only because of their offensive line. You get what I'm saying? Like it's either one or the other. You can't say, oh, and people will say, oh, Alabama and Alabama University of Alabama is really good because of their defense. And the quarterbacks don't have to do much, or the quarterbacks are only good because of the weapons around them. You hear that narrative all over football, but when it gets tossed back to Jackson State, that don't matter.
Exactly, and what's killing me, they had a struggle win over Delta State. They never mention that, and then they keep on bringing up ULM and ULM. They still shitty. They play South Alabama. South Alabama still shitty too.
The funny thing is
they are in a shitty league. The
funny thing is their savior, Deion Jesus Christ Sanders, right? Their savior. He even went on the I'm an Athlete podcast, and he said, how do you judge Alabama A&M's quarterbacks when they've had nothing but pro receivers, pro offensive linemen, and pro running backs? You can separate. That's football. That is football at its core. You always separating. So how you jump on a call and talk about you can't separate? How you jump on a call and say it's a totality? You don't know football. If you can come on here and say you can't separate by positionally in football, you don't know football. And I'll stand on that. So, but go ahead, Dan.
And what's killing me another thing is talking about the scheduling. First of all, your AD schedule and coaches, they get together and schedule who the hell they want to schedule. Secondly, you could have bought out that Delta State game if you wanted to and schedule somebody else easily. That wasn't a big payout. That they could have scheduled, because usually when these FCS teams play those D2 schools, the payout is usually like about $50,000-$60,000, and they could have easily paid that out and play somebody else. But the thing is, those money games that you so-called don't like, that you just paid for, you went ahead and accepted it. You could have got that game out the way and went to schedule somebody. And I'm sure those other schools, they would have, broke their necks to come down there and play, or have you come to their place and play. So that right there is just straight up BS. You didn't have to schedule no Edward Waters. You didn't have to schedule no Delta State. And that's what's killing me.
At the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day for me is that you want to talk about 3 picks. Congratulations. Like, nothing I've said has taken away from what you're doing. All I'm saying is
against the winless team at that.
All I'm saying is I ain't even say that. So, but all I'm saying is that one, I never said the 3 picks didn't count. They count. If you look at they count. One was underthrown. Okay. The Al Young play was amazing. I didn't see Cam's pick, so I don't know how that went down. But it's just so many narratives that everybody's trying to circle it up in a nice bow and be like, oh, this is Jackson State. But it's like, no, unpack that thing and you can see what the team it really is. So it just is what it is. But hey, appreciate the call, Dan, for real.
No, and his crazy part is, like, even it shows this year and in the spring, when Jackson State or Deion had equal talent, you're mediocre. The thing is, you just out-talent everybody. When you have more talent, that's when you get your wins. But it shows that you ain't all that of a coach if you have equal talent and you can't even win with equal talent. But I digress.
I appreciate the call, Dan.
All right.
All right. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what your opinion is, or what you think the DBs should do to basically, or what the coaches should do to put the DBs in the best situation to win.
Zone.
Because I noticed that the
zone.
The DBs are not as fast. That's what the issue is. They're not as fast. On the outside, they're getting burnt. They're always getting a step ahead. The receivers, they need basically safety help over the top at all times. So I heard you mention something about zone, man zone. But what do you think the best situation for them should be?
Zone. From here on out, I would go a zone. I would do a zone blitz. That's what if I was Jackson State, I would do. I would probably lock up Nugget on the best guy and then go and then see in Dennis Thurman, if you watch this early stuff, he said what you do is you put your best corner on their secondary, on their second best receiver, and then you make them throw to their first receiver in the zone. That's what he said his defense was going to be like. So I was surprised that he hadn't come out and did that, and they just kind of went to that old University of Miami straight cover man one or cover man high one. My thing is this: if you want to see, like, I think the best of Jackson State is a mixture between man zone blitz and just regular zone. I think that would be their best blending. If they go man the whole way, you can scheme up against it. You just if they bring 7 and you don't have enough time, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you ain't got time. You got to make it happen. But if you watch the Alabama State game, to me, if you go back and watch that game, they really got exposed. Like, really got exposed.
Look, and I was talking to one of my boys. They were saying, they're like, no, Jackson State defense is the truth. But I'm saying, really, there was missed thrown balls, either drop passes and missed thrown balls. A lot of the balls could have been, to the crib, but they get stalled out a lot. I feel like, either with quarterback play or just bad receivers.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, man.
Yeah, but I hear everybody talking about defense or defensive backs and all that. But I feel like Jackson State. What do you think about Jackson State receivers?
I think the best guy is actually Keith Corbin. So for me, I really like Warren Newman. I really like him. I think he's a great security blanket for Shedeur. I think
That's why I feel like they got off to a slow start this game because they didn't have him. I think he usually has that quick little check down type.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I think Keith Corbin's the best guy. And then I'm actually surprised. I thought Lanier would be a little bit better than what he is. He's a great route runner, but I thought he would just be a little bit better. But I think Keith Corbin's the best guy in this group. But what I'm really looking forward to seeing is a guy who can take a 5-yard in or like a 7-yard comeback. I mean, a 10 to 12-yard comeback, break a tackle and take it to the house. That's like the only thing I haven't seen from one of these receivers is that ability to break a tackle and then take it to the house. You know what I'm saying?
And take it to the
house.
Right.
But Malachi Wyman just
they can't get open. I feel like as you watch the game, they really can't get open if you really look at it. And that's why Shedeur has to hold on to the ball, for as long as he does. You don't want your quarterback holding on to the ball for that long. Especially, the line ain't, not shit either, but I just feel like it's more the receivers than it is the actual line. But yeah, man, appreciate you taking my call, man. No problem, I just want to hear your opinion on that.
I appreciate the call. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
What's up, Scotty?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Let's try it out from Mississippi, man. That's Mississippi. Well, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
All right, so I want to talk about like the whole JSU hype fans. In Mississippi, we really get tired of Jackson State fans are really tired of Alcorn basically. So they always get their hype up every time they lose or win, but mainly when they lose. So I went to the Jackson State homecoming. It was lit. They did a thing against Alabama State. But my thing is, I feel like they're not better coaching Alcorn than we is. I feel like Alcorn got the best coach. McNair, he got the best coach because I was the guy that came in your live last time that I played football for Alcorn back in the day. Like in 2018, 17, I was thinking about the whole thing about Steve McNair and the AD. And I was thinking, like, how can Alcorn improve their overall team, like, to be more flashy? Like you said, Alcorn was born like a dry with the paint, but I feel like they could add a little bit more firepower to Felix. What you think? I'm trying to speak for your opinion.
It's just that, like, watching. I love CJ Bowler. I love CJ. I think he's a dog. LaCharles Pringle. I think he's a dog. I don't think it's not like you don't have the athletes because Nico Duffy can get loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the play calling for me is just like, it's just.
But I feel like
go ahead.
Can Nico Duffy go back up the middle though, like he used to?
No. I would no. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. keep Nico Duffy on the outside. That's where his strength is. Like, you don't want Nico Duffy going in there with those big boys. I mean, the boy's like 5'6", 130, soaking wet. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, don't do that. But Nico Duffy on the outside is your moneymaker.
Right, and I feel like you're right about it because our offensive line still look suspect, still not together. But Jack State offensive line actually looking better though, because their offensive line was just as bad as ours at one point in time. I remember. So I feel like if all can get their offensive line together and the defensive line, I feel it's just a line, offensive line, D line. If we get it together, I think Alcorn have a better chance for the Swac championship and against PV this year. That's Alcorn best game. There's gonna be a game you got to see it, Scotty, and put on live. But that's all I wanted, bro. I just want to know what you gonna say, bro.
I think for me, I don't know. Like I love watching like the first. Like I think the Texas Southern game was the first time, other than the North Carolina Central game, was like I got to watch Felix kind of do work. And I mean some of the moves, man. Some his like Shador has a like a kind of like a corporate pocket presence, if that makes sense. Like Shador is really technical in his pocket presence, drop step, dip shoulder, come up in and out the pocket. But Felix has like this hood flair to him. Like he don't know. It's like he don't know where it's coming from, but he's just gonna dance and he just bounce and shake and twirl and twist. And
I see your face on that live when you watching the game.
Oh my God, it's just crazy watching him. Like he's special, man. Like he's definitely special. You just be like, how did he see that? How did he? You know what I'm saying? So, I guess for me, that's why I called you guys the Spurs. You guys are just super consistent. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. You're not going to get some crazy play. It's just super consistency. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know. It's no hate there.
It's just about.
It's just boring. Like I'm sorry, it's just boring to watch. Like I don't know why. It's just boring. Like I like watching Felix, but it's just boring to watch. Like the whole thing is just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird. So it is what it is.
Listen to this though, bro. They're gonna be the underdog team to make it out of the way. If anything, Alcorn will supply us a lot of people with PV and Jackson State. Everybody sleep on Alcorn. We used to this. We used to. They do it every year when we lost the Grambling 2 years ago, but they still sleep on us. I was gonna say, just keep sleeping. Alcorn is one of those sleeper teams. You just gotta watch out.
Listen, like I said, I like in Harper and McNair, I trust. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like with Harper and McNair, I trust. But
why you didn't go from the?
Because I believe in Andrew Body. Because I believe, I wanted to go with. Listen, I really like Andrew. I really do like Andrew Body. Like he really, I was really disappointed. I mean, really disappointed.
He got them passes. He got them throws, on deep throw, ball throws like boy from UABB. He do. He got them throws like him too, just deep and accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Scotty. But that's really all I wanted your info take. I'm gonna continue to watch the show and just continue doing your thing.
Hey, appreciate you, my boy. Thank you so much. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. You the last caller. Wrap it up. You gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, Scotty, how you doing? My name is Charles out of Atlanta.
What's up?
And I want to tell you about Felix Harper and the quarterback situation at Alcorn.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, look, Alcorn has a quarterback called Markevion Quinn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you something about him. He's a running and a passing quarterback. Now, if Alcorn want to blow everybody out the water, they got to get Felix out there and sit himself on the bench. Because right now, Felix is too Hollywood for the audience and everything, That's what happened when he blew up in 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the 2019, he had Coach Pat White coaching him up. But he no longer has Pat White. He has a coach from FAMU now, okay?
Okay.
But if they put Quinn in, if Coach McNair take Felix out, put Quinn in, hey, you'll see a difference in that offense. I promise you would. And I know you say the offense is boring. I agree with that. It's boring because the quarterback is so short, he can't see over the line. So he can't make the necessary plays that he needs to make. And he's not a running quarterback. That's why he gets sacked 3 or 4 times every game.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not what it is. And so when the offensive line is not as strong as it used to be a couple of years ago, he can't do what he needs to do. So that's my take on everything. What do you think about that, Scott?
Well, I haven't seen Markevian. I would like to see him. I can kind of see what you're saying, and it kind of reminds me of what they thought Kyler Murray would be in the NFL. And I'm not comparing Kyler Murray to Felix Harper. I'm just saying, they thought his height would be a problem, so he would always have to roll out and bootleg. You see what I'm saying? To kind of see over the line. Same thing with Baker Mayfield. They thought he was gonna have to bootleg as well. If I'm being honest,
hey Scotty, let me tell you this. I got to be honest with you about something. Okay, now Alcorn is kind of feeling the same way how they felt when they what's that quarterback they had down there, the running quarterback. They had Lampley and the other guy, whatever, the running quarterback. Now, that's how Alcorn is feeling right now, because Felix is not getting it done. He needs to be benched. Once he gets benched, I guess he can understand. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Felix needs to be benched.
Listen. You can't bench first of all, you can't bench the offensive player of the year. You can't do that. And then you can't bench a winning quarterback. That doesn't even make if you want a mutiny, because if you bench Felix and Markevian doesn't even do half of what Felix is doing, you're gonna look stupid. You need Felix will have to fall so flat on his face that you don't have everybody is clamoring for Markevian. That's not going to happen, because usually 9 times out of 10, the only game I can truly say Felix was the problem was North Carolina Central. North Central, he was the problem. Facts. Straight. I mean, you watch that game, you're like, damn, Felix, you look lost in the sauce.
Yeah, those fumbles and everything. Yeah, I remember that game. I do.
That was on him. But the South Alabama game, he's the only reason you in the game. I mean, he was making people look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you can't.
Now, Scotty, what I want you to do is do this, okay? I want you to compare 2019 to 2018 Felix, okay? And when you do that, you'll see the accuracy of the passing, the decision making is better, and the overall quarterback poise is better. He's not poised in that position right now. But you have a veteran quarterback that has FBS experience, and he also has 2 years of experience under his belt sitting on the bench. And I don't know if you know, the way Alcorn works is this, okay? Now in 2018 we had, let's go back a little bit, just a little bit. I'm gonna wrap it up. But we have a quarterback curse for some reason, all right? That's just how we have it, right? So we had Footman, then Noah Johnson. No, we had Gibbs, then Footman, then from Footman to Noah Johnson to Felix. That's the rotation they went, okay? Whether it was injuries or whatever the case that plagued them, the quarterback that came in after did a 10 times better job than the quarterback that was previously in the play before them.
Okay, hold on. Let me, because that's not how I did a little research. That's not how I remember it. This is how I saw it. Noah Johnson was the starter. He got hurt. Felix came in, and Felix never relinquished the job. That's how when I saw it, and that's how when I was told. Is that not how it went?
Well, yes. Noah did get hurt. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's the quarterback jinx, because Gibbs got hurt, Felix got in. Okay? Noah got hurt. I'm sorry. Gibbs got hurt, Footman got in. Okay? Footman won the championship. That was 2015. We went to the Celebration Bowl, played A&T. It was a very good game. Fast forward to 18. Okay? If you fast forward to 18, Noah, we went to Celebration Bowl again. Noah got hurt that following year, that beginning of the year, 19. Felix came in, picked up the job, but remember, they were under Pat White. So that was the difference maker there. Pat White had them together. He had them mentally and poised and everything.
Okay, so you can't put the whole blame on.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You can't put the whole blame on Felix, is what I'm hearing, because he just either needs a better quarterback coach, or I'm saying, because there's something to what Felix is doing, because they're winning. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, they are winning. But at the same time, that to me, that just says they need a better quarterback coach.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's throwing in the double coverage. I mean, if you look at it, he's throwing in the double coverage. I mean, every game, it's always going to be a Felix mess up. You know what I'm saying? I just feel, I mean, between me and you and others, Felix needs to sit down.
All right, last question before I let you go. Is Markevian,
Go ahead.
is Markevian related to you in any way?
Not at all, man. Not at all. Not at all. I appreciate the opportunity.
I just wanted to make sure.
On your show. You have a great platform, man.
I appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure. You know, I just wanted to make sure, but appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, listen. I got to go. I'm about to get up out of here. I got to call my kids. You know. So, but appreciate the guy. Hey, appreciate you guys for. Oh, hold on, let me take this. I'm gonna take this last caller. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
I'm gonna subscribe to this dude. I'm gonna call one of these days.
You're calling right now. You're on the phone right now. You on right now?
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I heard myself in the background. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Because I'm watching on YouTube. I thought you were finna get off, but man, I don't believe that dude. Like, he don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm a student at Alcorn, and I'm not blaming Fee for nothing that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there since 2018. I watched every quarterback that we, within. The dude Markevian, he talking about he's good. He good. He know the system, but like it's not his time now. Like he gotta. I believe like we believe in Fee. Like Fee gonna do his job.
I believe
it's not his fault if like we haven't lost yet. That's what I'm getting. We've been going every week 1-0.
And you can't listen, man. You can't bench a winning quarterback. It just don't make sense, bro. Like I mean, you can't bench the trigger man for. You can't even bench him for a bad game because every quarterback has a bad game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, but everybody has their opinion. That's why I asked if he was related. I thought he might be somebody's uncle, cousin or something like that. But my cousin need to because people ride for their family. People ride for their family, so I get it.
Yeah, like I just compete. He got more wins than losses. So from my point of view, we gonna ride with Fee until we can't no more. That's what I believe.
I believe a lot of Alcorn fans feel the same way you do. Hey, appreciate the call, my boy.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Hey guys, yeah, man. Listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Hey, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Make sure you get if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the channel. If you haven't become a member, make sure you become a member for the channel as well. And until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holla. God bless.